All right. The slow curve in there for a strike from the first pitch. I have to make a couple quick changes, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick like. What's up, Kenny? What is up? What is up? What is up, Kenny? Got to make changes real quick. Didn't save my changes on the old. Hanwha wins 7-2. 7-2. Interesting prediction. All right. Lotte with their red uniforms. I believe these are the ones that they give away at the stadium. Pak Seung out on the mound, a 2.81 ERA on the season. Having a good start to his season, he often runs into some issues. Three strikeouts in his first game, 3 in his last, and then 8 in his last game. But again, that was against Kiel. The Lotte uniform. I've got all of them, Bob Frank. All right, here we go. Top of the first inning. First pitch is a ball, and we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Got to make another real quick change. Yeah, another 1-0 pitch. Way inside, and 2-0. Thank you, thank you. All right, the 2-0 is rolled foul, and it's 2-1. 18-12, Hanwha. Yeah, now that's Mrs. Lowe, 3-1. We've already got our first 3-ball count. Huh? And that misses up high. He walks the first batter. And that brings up the number 2 hitter, Peraza. Already walking a batter. And it looks away outside. Pak Seung struggling now with his command. Already walked the first batter behind a 1-0 to Peraza. We might. Man, here comes the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Jungle. Welcome, welcome. I do not. I just, any team that you guys want, that you guys vote on, Don, that is who I do. Thank you, Jungle. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Peraza. I do need to make a little change here. I think I'm need to get into the correct KBO parts. There we go. We're in the correct parts now. We won't get into any trouble. All right, the 1-2 pitch. I'm gonna guess that was a swing and a miss. That was a awful looking glitch there. So maybe we'll get a replay of that and see actually what happened. Swing and a miss at a pitch down below the zone. That was a kryptonite for him last year or 2 years ago when he was with the team. All right. Pak Seung does have decent strikeout stuff. Hanwha is a team that does strike out quite a bit. I do. Hernandez pitched on Wednesday, didn't pitch on Wednesday. Now they're asking him to pitch 4 days later instead of having Moon Dong-ju out on the mound. I'm not entirely sure. Moon Dong-ju could have pitched with 5 days rest, but instead they're going with Hernandez. Yeah, I'm not real sold on the Hanwha, the starting rotation. Yeah, so Jungle, I believe that is the free jersey that they give up every single year. Lotte has a free uniform giveaway at some games, and I think this might be the one. As the 0-1 pitch misses up, and 1-1. Don, who are you a fan of? And the 1-1 is ripped, but that'll be foul. Ball boy will get his workout in, getting the steps in. And it's 1-2. So, Jungle, the difference between last year and 2 years ago is the Hanwha imports. They are the exact same team almost as 2024. The 1-2, he waits on it, but fouls it away. He stays 1-2. So the difference in, if you add up the WAR of the foreign pitchers last year, it is the exact difference in WAR of the foreigners from 2024 to 2025. The actual players, the regular players overall actually took a step back. As the 1-2, it misses way up high, 2-2. Kiwi, Stefan, are you guys having problem with the Ruda app? It won't even let me log in or anything. Lichen, I think Lotte gets this. Ooh, almost picks him off at first. There you go, Kiwi. The 2-2 pitch way, way outside, and we're treated to our first full count of the day. It took 3 batters to get there. But have no fear, there will be plenty of them today. They're lucky if they can go 5. They're lucky if they can even qualify for a win. Oh. Yeah, the My KBO Live, it's great. I use it to keep updated on the scores of the games because it updates pretty fast. But as far as to get information about inside information about it, it's not very good. And he catches him at the bottom of the zone and throws him out. That's going to be a strike him out, throw him out, a double play. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end of the first. We go to the bottom. Zeros. Second fastest guy to not be able to steal bases. All right, he is fast. He just cannot. He needs to work. I haven't looked at too much. KT's got to win big in that. Ha Young-min is out on the mound for Kium. I just don't think he's a good starter. No, a beautiful pitch was the hero on that one. Oh, a second strikeout for Pak Seung. We go to the bottom of thy inning. I got a little spot on the old glasses. I think I had some toast and butter before the game. Get my carbs up so I have enough energy for the game. Hernandez out on the mound. A beautiful 9.98 ERA. And no base runners, average is 250 with the base runners on 393. But when they get into scoring position, they're hitting 471 against them. That is not what you want from your over 5.5 runs. Yeah, I would be shocked if they did not. All right, so Wang Songbin getting his a little back in the leadoff spots, a 341 on thy season. All right, so Wang Songbin steps in. They do have to worry about him dropping down a bunt to start the game. But nope, he's going to lift that one. Right fielder Peraza going back a little bit farther, and that's going to be one pitch, one out. Yeah, I really just don't see that as a team that's going to beat KT. All right, No Jin Hyuk runs way in on him, and it's 1-0. And that misses up high in there. Oh, no, it does catch the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. What's it doing, Arpo? As No Jin Hyuk fouls that away, and it's 1-2. Oh, you're using yeah, regular Spro TV. Who's commentating? All right, the 1-2 pitch to No Jin Hyuk lays off of it. It's 2-2. Again, the app that I normally use to get all my information, and that's all. The app I usually I normally use to get all my information that's ripped, but it just gets foul. Is down. It's not letting me use anything, so I don't have any way to know what pitches the players throw or anything like that. Oh, from his accents? Yeah, Jungle. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Up high, ball 3. Runs the count full. Second full count of the day. First full count of the day for Lotte. And the 3-2 pitch. And he lifts that one up. Center fielder ranging to his right. Under it, though. And that's 2 away. Brings up yeah, Jungle. I finally was able to. I talked to a buddy, a friend of mine who is a big streamer. Also, does a daily a KBO recap in Korean, obviously. As Reyes steps in, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. And he streams on SOOP and also on YouTube. And I went and I happened to go see one of his SOOP streams, and I noticed that they were both there together. And so I sent him a message, and he gave me the app that he uses or the website. So yeah, super awesome to have everything there. If I move over, yeah, if I can add Twitch and Chijik. Chijik is a Naver one. It's a another Korean platform. I may add it in when I have time. Been trying to figure out how to get it set up. I can't find anything. And the 0-2 pitch misses low, but he fouls it off. Gives the Hanwha fans in attendance a souvenir. Who's pitching today for LG? Tolhurst, right? I think I got Tolhurst and Wantain. As that one is turned on, lifted to the center fielder, going back at the warning track in front of the wall. And 3 away. That will end the first inning. It's tied at 0. He gave it a ride, but that's a home run in a lot of stadiums. Who's pitching for Doosan? Yang Jong. Chae-Min Suk has been really good. Chae-Wan Suk has been really good for Doosan. I would say between him and Ryun Jin, they have been the best 2 Korean starters in the league this year. Yeah, if Kim Ji-chan would have grown a little bit more, he wouldn't be 5'4" too. I don't know if he's on a pitch count or not. I didn't pay too much attention to the game last week because I was busy with the other stuff. All right, top of the second, 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Hanwha. Yeah, but he's still got to play just because he. Thank you, Luke. Yeah, he's still got to play because they're missing so many other players. All right, Park Seung facing Kang Bae Ko. Misses way outside there with that first pitch. Kang Bae Ko, a 292 on the season, 4 home runs, 20. Yeah, Usain Bolt running backwards. And that's in there for a strike, 1-1. Did you see how many pitches he threw, though, Jungle? Did he throw 40 pitches, or did they have, I assume, on a 40 or 50 pitch limit? The 1-1 is in the dirts. 2-1. Morning. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Sets up right at the waist. Pops that one foul. I still can't get over how violent Kang Bae Ko's swing is. I said that's one of the big reasons why he's always injured. His swing is just so violent. He's actually he's the only one that picked Hanwha today. As that's going to be rolled over, the first baseman is going to grab it and take it himself. And no one away. He's the same guy that gave Kerry Meyer his uniform. Yeah, so he can probably go full on. If he threw 70 pitches last week, yeah, he's probably good to go. 80 or 90 pitches. All right, the Chae Sung steps in, hitting a 258. Yeah, I figured 80 pitches, and then if he gets to 80, depending on where his where he is for the inning. Bases loaded, no out. That's not surprising. Hopefully Cameron hits a grand slam so I can actually get some points against you, Stefan. As the 0-1 is lifted up, a center fielder going back in front of the track, though, and makes the catch. Two away. Yeah, 100%. He's not. He's not a guy that's gonna win the Che Dong-Wan Award, as that's a drops down the bunts. Pitcher throws and not in time as Ito Yoon drops down the infield bunt single. The first hit of the day for either team. But what about number 16? Because Ito Yoon is playing second base today, not third. Kim Tae-yeon is the starting third baseman, Stefan. He wouldn't have gotten the bunt down. And that is into the dirt. So it's a good block by Song Sung-bin back behind the plates. That's right, Jungle. Yeah, and the 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1-2. Sorry, 1-1. I don't know what that means. If he defids 4 steps ahead of the regular position, do you mean he plays too shallow? As the 1-1 misses inside at 2-1. Kim Tae-yeon hitting 83 on the season. Has really not played well since they gave up his since they stopped letting him start. Here we go, the 2-1 pitch. Nope, we're going to have a really, really slow throw over to first base that any one of us could have made it back. And the 2-1 is lifted up. That's going to be trouble. Center fielder drops in front of him, and that is going to have Ito Yoon going first to third. He's going to have to get back to third. They're going to throw to second. Kim Tae-yeon with a heads-up base running there. The throw gets away, and Kim Tae-yeon is able to move up a base, puts runners on second and third with 2 outs. Bad throw in. A Texas big league single as it drops into no man's land. Hwang Sung-min throws in. It goes, the second baseman doesn't cut it. He just lets it go. Kim Tae-yeon was wise, saw it get past him. And that misses up. 1-0. It's an error, but it should not be an error on the center fielder. That was just the that was the second baseman's fault. There's no reason why that ball should have gotten through the second baseman. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1 to Che Jae-hoon. Che Jae-hoon, 167 on the season. Not having a good start offensively. Again, the bottom of this lineup, a lot of the guys that have produced for the last few years are not producing for Hanwha, but they're getting production from guys that normally don't produce. And the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball right to the third baseman, off of him, And that is going to score a run as Ito Yoon comes on home, and Hanwha takes the early lead. Kim Tae-yeon heads on over to third base. Che Jae-hoon over at first. I don't know. To me, that was an error, but this is the KBO. They don't know how to score. That's an error. All righty, Hanwha up 1-0 early, courtesy of some errors. And that pitches away outside. Ball one. Three two now is Shimu Jun has a ton of speed at first. Got to watch for the old. Got to watch for the ground ball or the. I think they did give him an error. Yeah, they did give him an error there. Oh, he is a guy that could easily bunt for a single, but that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. Ito Yoon already bunted for a single. He's hitting the Shimu Jun 283 with runners in scoring position, a couple home runs. Again, having an offensive resurgence. And that's going to be right back to the pitcher. Lob over to first, and that's will be 3 away. But not before an infield single, a clean single, and an error scores a run. We go to the bottom of the second. So what's the you gotta let us know who's the first team to score. Elsewhere, it looks like Doosan's up 1-0 against Kia, and Hanwha's up obviously here 1-0. It's right. There's bad teams and there's good teams, but at the same time, there's teams that are way, way worse at like defense is the biggest thing. They're just it's just there's no fundamentals in the league. There's just no fundamentals, it seems. All right, so we're gonna have the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. I hate those stupid clappers. And the first pitch to Hernandez is a ball. And rolls over that one. The shortstop scoops it up, throws across, and 1 away. He did on Wednesday. All right, the Junjanu steps in, taking his sweet old time, getting dug in. He's already used his at bats, his time for the at bats. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they have him starting today. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1-1. John Janu hitting a 48 in his last game, 1 for 21. That is the captain, ladies and gentlemen. That is thy captain. And he lays off of it. I think he went around. He did not. And the 2-1 pitch in there for a strike at 2-2. Younggu Gilbun. And the 2-2 is lifted up. Right fielder moving over towards the line, makes the catch. And 2 away. While Lotte has not gotten a hit yet, I will say this. Good afternoon, Jim. I think he got pulled for a bunch of errors, Jungle. As that has popped up. Catcher moving back, but it will get out of play. And 0-1. So while Lotte has not gotten a hit yet or anything, they have hit the ball deep into this outfield. Is it 0-9? I think Lotte gets it. I really do. All right, this Sono Young here, 0-1 count. That one is going to be hit hard, and that is going to might to drop in. Yep, that is going to drop in. Peraza, great jump there to barehanded, and he is going to be on base with a 2-out double. Like I said, they've been hitting the ball deep, and it was just a matter of time before they were able to get one to fall in. Thanks, Jim, for double dipping. A great play by Peraza to be able to reach up and grab that. If he doesn't grab that, I think Sono Young ends up on third. All right, Iho Jun steps in now. That just catches the top of the zone, 0-1. Yeah, I was wondering. I was asking the same thing earlier, Arpo. As the 0-1 is fouled back, 0-2. Song Chang Shik. Oh, Song Chang Shik. I remember I played T-ball against him. I played a T-ball against old Song Chang Shik as the 0-2 pitch. Wow, must have breezed the breezed it, or wow. Can't believe that I call that a strike. But anyway, that is it. We'll go to the third inning. It's zeros. Hanwha is going to have the top of their lineup. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, back in 2014. Oops. Hanwha does not have an error yet. It's surprising. There we go. Yeah, so back in 2014, I was doing an English camp for Hanwha, the Hanwha Eagles. A buddy of mine, Luke, and we had the kids. We taught them some English words, some English phrases, things like that at the stadium. We went out onto the field. We met the foreign players, and then we went to Sosan. We took the team bus. Thank you, Ron. Another member. That means, ladies and gentlemen, I can add another emoticon. I can only add 7 right now. So I don't have Lotte or Kium, but I can now add another one. But so we went to Sosan and with the kids, and so we toured like the campus dorms, because in Sosan the players all live on campus. They live on a big campus. They have an indoor training facility. They have an outdoor field and everything. As Pak Seung back out there, and Yuan Suk fouls that away. So yeah, they we played we ended up playing wiffle ball against the against some of the players. Obviously kids and players playing out on the little field. The only thing I can remember is how much the players smelled like cigarettes. Young Ben in the starting lineup. Who's not in the starting lineup? 500 on base percentage, 444 on the season. No walked in his first at bat, but was caught stealing. And another one too is swing and a miss, struck him out. Just when you put it up there, he lets you down. So Hong Chang-gi is out. That means Chun Sung Ho is playing right, and then Lee Young Bin is over at third. Yeah. That's in there for a strike on the outside, 0-1. Yeah, that was the same setup that they actually they ended the game with. Peraza 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out the swinging in his first at bat. 3 strikeouts already for Pak Seung. And that's his low 1-1. Those of you guys watching on SOOP and YouTube, please hit the little thumbs up. That's a like on YouTube, and it's a recommendation over on SOOP. And the 1-1 pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 1-2. If you are following on YouTube, obviously I love some subscribers. If you're over on SOOP, if you hit the little star right next to my name, that is how you follow me there. It's called a loyal viewer. Did he go around? And he did not. 2-2. Yeah, Jungle, I didn't see any news, but the guy that helped me merge these chats together, that helped me with that, I was in his live stream last night, and a lot of the comments were talking about Dale and his defense. As that one misses it low and inside. A full count, second full count of the day for Hanwha. First one was in the first inning, a strikeout looking and a caught stealing. Thank you, Lycan. And the 3-2 swing and a miss as he goes down to his knees. 4th strikeout for Pak Seung, and he is dealing today, ladies and gentlemen. That brings up Moon Hyun Bin, struck out looking on a pitch at the very bottom of the zone in his first at-bats. And that is rolled over foul. Ball boy will get some more action. That's what I like. I need him and Tolhurst to both put shutouts. And then the 0-1 misses up high. 1-1. The problem, Jungle, is that they signed Dale because they have no shortstop since Pak Chan Ho went to Doosan. As the 1-1 is turned on to lift it up, going to the wall. And goodbye, baseball. Hanwha takes the 2-0 lead on the solo shots by Moon Hyun Bin. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Dinger? Alrighty, a 2 out still. Kongbae Ko steps in. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, and that is fouled away. 0-2. It's almost time, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's hurry up and get this game done. And then the 0-2 pitch into the dirt, so 1-2. But he didn't like him last year because Gu Jauk and Kim Sung Yoon. And that is going to be a single through the left side. And he falls down and grabs his hammy. Falls down. He was going to round first base and slips and falls. That's how that guy. That's how he would get injured this year. All right, it's Kongbae Ko over on first base now as he crawls there. Cheon Sung, a big swing and a miss there. Yep, KT's playing today at 5, so I will try to do that game as soon as this one is over, as the 0-1 is going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Underhand toss, steps on the bag, and that's will be 3 away. But solo shot from Moon Hyun Bin puts Hanwha up 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. And you guys know what time it is. A home run means opening some beautiful, beautiful KBO baseball cards. So let's see what we got. Again, I do not like these packs. They're so difficult to open. I should probably just start using scissors. I think I got scissors over here somewhere. See if I can get some ASMR. No, I can't get ASMR. I have the settings so low. No, these are 2025. The new ones aren't out yet. But I'll get a bunch of new ones whenever. All right, just starting with the Soho Cho. From there, we're going with a Pak Chan Ho, no longer with the Kia Tigers. He is now over at the Doosan Bears. And Hanwha legend himself, Lee Young, who is not even on the first team. Oh, we got a Dino, former Tiger, who is now a Bear, and a Hanwha Eagle. So we'll add that to the collection. As yeah, I've got about 6 or 7 boxes of cards. I actually have some from 2018 and 2019 that I picked up on the old coupon for about $10 for a box. All right, bottom of the order coming up for Lotte. Gonna have the 8 9 1 hitters. I'm card stupid, I guess, is the thing. Yeah, and the first pitch is a foul away, all in one. Yeah, I always see like the like on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, those guys that open the cards. As that is turned on, that's ripped. That's going to drop down in front of Moon Hyun Bin. He's going to grab it, throws quickly into second base, and that will be a single from Son Sung Bin. Second hit of the day for Lotte. So I originally bought him to maybe in the off season do like card openings, but I just never got around to it because I'm lazy. And unless it's the baseball season, I am really, really lazy. And as he lays off of that, but it's in there for a strike anyway. Might not have actually laid off of it. They are. That's what I was talking about in the first two innings. Like, even though they're not getting through, they're hitting it hard. Man, the 1-1 is going to be lifted. That's going to be a little bloop to the shortstop. Flips the lineup back up to the top. Wang Sung Bin gave it a ride his first pitch he saw. Dinos up a 2-0 against is SSG, I think they're playing, right? And that misses up high. Want to know. You got me, man. You got me. Like, I mean, these packs aren't expensive. As that is a diving stop by the first baseman, throws to shorts to get the lead runner. Absolute great diving stop by Cheon Sung over there at first base. And quickly gets up, but throws it over to seconds to get the lead runner. And now is 2 away. Wang Sung Bin and now over at first base. And they are absolutely ripping it on Hernandez, but just not getting it through. And Jim, I would say Hanwha fans feel safe with a 5-run lead against Lotte because Lotte's offense just isn't very good. No Jin Hyuk 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center field in his first at-bats. Average down to 316. Yeah, those card videos, like the guys that buy those boxes of Pokemon for $1,000. All right, nope, just checks over on him again. Wang Sung Bin, plenty of speed. Who did they use yesterday, Stefan? She looks angry. That is as he goes, and that is not a good throw. And he is going to be on base with second base with a stolen base. That is his 100th stolen base on his career. What's up, my face? Welcome back. It's been a very, very long time. Those of you wondering about that cheerleader that they just had, she originally was a Hanwha cheerleader. She was a Hanwha cheerleader for years, or for 1 or 2 years, and then went to Incheon, and now she's hanging out in Busan. It means he struck out looking. So there's two sets of. So there's this one. That means he struck out swinging. And this one means he struck out looking. All right. Should be a 1-2 count. 1-2 with 35 pitches for Hernandez, and that one is way up high, 2-2. No problem. All right, the 2-2 pitch to Nojin Hyuk. Rolls over it to second baseman, over to his right, grabs it, throws in time. And another base runner, another runner in scoring position, and another 0 for Lotte. We go to the fourth inning. It's 2-0 Hanwha. Not a chance in the world. Hanwha will not win until they hire me to be the manager in the dugout. That is a well-known fact, ladies and gentlemen. So KT is the only KT Wiz is the only app. So KT Wiz has an app, and you might not be able to see that very well. But KT Wiz has an app. Oops. Here, this app here, the KT Wiz app. On the KT Wiz app, you can actually buy them with a foreign card. So you don't even need to be in Seoul to buy them. You can sign up for the app and do everything on there with a foreign card. So you can buy it. You don't need someone else to buy it. The other games, all of the other teams and stadiums, you need a Korean ID and a Korean phone number in order to be able to purchase tickets. All right, the top of the inning, top of the fourth, Pak Seung. Drop down bunt to start his back in the second inning, came around to score. Yeah, that guy's an idiot, Stefan. The amount of times he pays to go watch Hanwha lose, unbelievable. Has he ever seen a win? Oh, the 2-0 is in there for a strike at the top of the zone. That's 2-1. Oh, and that's into the dirt. It's 3-1. He didn't go opening weekend. I thought I thought you guys went opening weekend, or you guys couldn't get tickets. And the 3-1 pitch, ground ball through the right side, and he is on base again. Ito Yoon single-handedly saving my fantasy team today. Brings up the number 7 hitter. Yeah, clap for your replacement, buddy. Saturday versus SSG. That means your pitcher on the mound now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, runner on first. We got a drop down bunt. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Runner on first, nobody out, and we've got ourselves a bunt. The worst, top two worst managers in the league of making sure that everybody knows who he is. That's right, ladies. And you too can also get a super sweet hat that says I love sack bunts, or you can get a t-shirt, whatever you'd like, on my my fourth wall shop. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 162 on of the season for JJ Hoon. He ended up grounding into an E5. The 0-1 misses up high. 1-1. You got to make sure you're here all the time. Yeah, but Ron, there's a runner on second. That actually increases your chance of scoring a run. Bunting with a runner on first and nobody out lowers your chances. That's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws over. He moves over to third, but you've got 2 outs. Brings up Shimu Jun. And that pitch misses up high. 1-0. Would I? No. Why would you? It's the fifth inning. And that misses outside at 2-0. As number one, if you got a runner on first and second and no outs with a in the fifth inning, that means the starter's probably still out there. Which means not only has he thrown multiple pitches in that inning, so he's probably starting to get gassed a little. He's probably into the 60, 70, 80 pitch counts. And there's zero reason when it's the fifth inning. Like, there's just no reason for it at all. All right, you got a 3-0 count now to Shimu Jun, 0 for 1 on the day, 1-3 ground outs to end the second inning. And that's going to be ball 4 on 4 straight pitches. Yeah, how many times has that a run in the fifth inning been the deciding run in a KBO game? Probably next to none. All right, Iwan Suk steps in, 0 for 1 on the day. Walked in his first at-bats, struck out in his second, caught stealing back after his walk. 429 on the season. Shimu Jun, a ton of speed over there at first. It'll be, are they going to go with the Little League double steal here? Checks over on the runner. Hitting a 429 with runners in scoring position. Misses outside, ball 5. A 1-0 pitch just sets up right down the middle. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And that is lifted to right field. Right fielder going back in front of the warning track. Makes the catch. And congratulations, Lotte. Excellent job, Lotte. You bunt. Or sorry, Hanwha. Sorry, Hanwha. I'm so used to other teams screwing up. Well, actually, I'm used to Hanwha screwing up all the time. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Runner on first, nobody out. They bunted, and they scored 0 runs. Congratulations, Hanwha's manager. You have earned yourself a recurring role in the top 3 worst managers in the league. Hinterdaw. All right. Let's give a update on the old scores. Doosan's up 2-0 against Kia. Kia's up to bat in the top of the 4th inning. NC's up 2-0 against SSG. They're up to bat in the bottom of the 3rd. Moonsung Wan pitching for SSG. That is not good for SSG. Thank you, Jet Set. As Weez be back, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up here in the bottom of the inning. Reyes 0 for 1 flew out to center field in his first at-bat. And that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws across, just gets him. Took a sweet time there. Reyes with those big old legs almost beat it out. And that's in there for a strike. Han Dong-hee 0 for 1 on the day. 6-3 ground out in his first at-bats. A big error that allowed Hanwha to score their first run. And that is going to be a rip, and that is going to roll. Moon Bin's going to go over, cut it off. Han Dong-hee is on base with a very clean single. LG was your pick for today? I don't think I would have gone with that one. NC would have been my pick. Just because Moonsung Wan is on the mound for Stefan does this every time. It's his way of talking bad so that Hernandez turns it around. Swing and a miss to Junjanu. Average down to 197. We know your plan, Stefan. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. Looks like Che Jae-hoon is borrowing old EJ Wan's glove. LG's up 2-0. Yeah, but Moonsung Wan is so bad. Stefan, if that was the case, you guys would have the best closer in the game. All right, the 0-2 pitch. That is going to be lifted. That is going to drop down. Han Dong-hee is going to go from first to third. And Jun Jinu. Good Lord. Come on, you fundamental morons. Wow, Lotte, this is why you guys suck. Absolutely awful. There's no reason why you would go to third or go to second and then get picked off at first. Good Lord, you guys are so bad fundamentally. Absolutely embarrassing. And you're the captain. Son Ho Young, and looks at strike one at the top of the zone. Absolutely awful fundamentals. There's a reason why. There's a reason why Lotte is consistently at the bottom. Their front office doesn't spend any money to sign any free agents to fill holes, and they are fundamentally just awful. That's embarrassing. A 1-1 pitch way outside, 2-1. Obviously not. And that guy's, I think, the second oldest person in the league. None at all, Don. None. On a 2-1 pitch, misses outside, 3-1. Now what's going to happen? He's going to walk him here. It would have been bases loaded with 1 out instead. Kia ties it up. Ooh. A 3-1 pitch sets up on the outside. It doesn't go around. No way. And that is going to walk him. He is going to head on over to first base. Runners on the corner with 2 outs. Yeho Jun. Oh, we're going to have a mound visit here. 48 pitches. It doesn't seem like a lot, but remember, he gave up 7 runs in 0.1 innings in his Wednesday start where he threw 35 pitches. Gave up a run every 5 pitches he threw. You put that game together plus this one, he's at 83 pitches. we got back-to-back score updates. Just so we know, Peraza's throw to third was also an awful idea. That's the Hanwha way right there. Runner easily going to third. There's no way you're going to throw him out there. There's no reason whatsoever to make that throw to third. That catches the outside, and it's 0-1. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what he was doing. So bad base running. All right, 0-1 pitch. That's slapped foul, 0-2. Hernandez does have 1 strikeout on the day, and that was against Yeho Jun back in the 2nd inning. Yeah, just fundamentally just embarrassing, Jim. Everybody wants to be a highlight reel. That one is almost all the way to the backstop, but it's 1-2 now. So like earlier, Kim Tae-yeon went to second, but he was only a few steps off of first base as that misses way outside at 2-2. There's a huge difference between rounding and rounding hard like that. Yeah, these teams are so bad. It's so awful. It's so awful watching them. As the 2-2 is lifted up, the left fielder makes a couple steps in, and bad base running ruined Lotte's chance of scoring a run. We go to the 5th inning. It's 2-0 Hanwha. Awful base running. I would, like, if I was managing, I would pull him right now. Like, I would also pull Peraza because these guys just there's no discipline with the team. If you make bad mental mistakes like that, the managers don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what is a good or bad fundamentals. That's obvious. Like 100% obvious. The managers don't know what fundamentals are. They don't know what anything is. They're just like, "Oh, I'm old and I've been around the game, so I know what's going on." No, they don't. Not at all. Like a good manager would be benching these players that are doing fundamental mistakes, fundamental bad decisions. I'm not talking about striking out. I'm not talking about an error when you're trying to field. I'm not talking about walking guys. I'm talking about bad fundamentals, things that you should have in your head, hammered into your head, where you would never think of doing anything, like completely oblivious of the situation that's happening in the game that you're playing. Like it's just awful to watch. All right, it's Pak Seung back out on the mound. Araza will lead things off. Exactly. That misses inside. When I take over, and I didn't say if, I said when I take over as a manager, that's what we're doing. The entire offseason, the entire spring is fundamentals. 1-1. We are going back to the pure basics of what you do in each situation. No baseball, not even on the field, just sitting at a desk. Who's up? Who's on the bases? Absolute fundamentals, and we would just run rampant through this league. 1-1 pitch. It catches the outside corner, 1-2. Barraza 0 for 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts, and a bad throw from right field. Got bailed out by Shimu Jun over there at short that cut that and threw to first. And another 1-2 pitch. Misses way outside at 2-2. Oh. Bad base running and bad coaching, Jim. The amount of runs, a 2-2 pitch there just gets a piece of that, and it stays at 2-2. Again, you had the bunts. Last inning, runner on first and you bunt. And just wasting opportunities. The only thing that's given an entire game is how many outs you get, as that runs up high, 3-2. The only thing that is guaranteed in the game of baseball is outs. Giving them up with bad base running, bad bunting. A 3-2 misses outside, and he walks the leadoff batter. Third time so far that the leadoff batter's been on base. I don't think it matters, Stefan, when they're giving you wins for every pitcher you have. That whole fantasy scoring system is awful. That is so broken. And Amunyan Min looks at strike one. Getting wins for pitchers that lost games. And then the 0-1, a swing and a miss. 0-2 as he does his best Kangbae Ko pirouette. Moonyen Bin, 1 for 2 on the day. Solo shots back in his last at-bat, back in the third. And that misses outside. 1 and 2. Right-handed batter, left-handed batter, or right-handed pitcher. So he throws it in the other batter's box because he couldn't want a challenge. I know that guy. He is a regular, a Hanwha fan. The 1-2 pitch. Waited on that curveball. Fouls it away, though. Oh. Yeah, and the 1-2 pitch just sets up on the outside. 정요해. 정요해줘. 정요해줘. Sorry, my home assistant is hearing my English and thinking I'm speaking Korean, as that misses way up high, 2 and 2. Bad baseball just drives me nuts. When there's an easy fix. Here we go with a 2-2 pitch. That is ripped, and that's going to go into right field. Peraza is going to go first to third. And Moon Hyun Bin comes up again with another hit. Let's give him the MVP, ladies and gentlemen. Give him the MVP. Yeah. Unless it was a line drive. Kang Bae Ko looks at ball 1 outside. Park Seung running into some issues here. Again, one of those guys that I said is one of the most overrated Korean starters. Checks over on the runner at first. Kang Bae Ko 1 for 3 on the day. Single in his last at bats. Why do they got to keep showing him? Like he's not playing today. Please, we don't want to look at him. All right, the 1-0 pitch. This is way outside. A 2-0. Park Seung hoping to get through 5 innings without any more damage. All right, 2-0 pitch to Kang Bae Ko. And breaking ball doesn't break, and it's ball 3. All the momentum in the world. Last inning thrown away with bad base running, ladies and gentlemen. Now Hanwha about to take a bigger lead as the 3-0 pitch down the middle for a strike, 3-1. One of the worst third base coaches in the league right there, ladies and gentlemen. He's probably telling Peraza to just go now. As the 3-1 pitch sets up. Nope, checks over on the runner. The 3-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. That is lifted left center field. That is going to drop down and bobbles it from the center fielder. Moon Hyun Bin is going to hold up at third. Peraza easily comes in. Kang Bae Ko with a RBI double. And not much pushback from Hanwha. Again, Park Seung wants to punch his teammates for that awful base running. Kongbei Ko now over on second base. Moon Ben headed to third. Peraza comes on home to score. Hanwha's up 3-0, and they're about to put even more on. They're going to put 2 to 3 more runs on here in the 5th inning before they finally pull Pak Se-un. Elsewhere around the league, Kia and Doosan 2-2. LG's up 4-0. Wante ain't still out there though, and NC's up 2-0. The bottom of the 2nd there is they're back up to. Easy win, Stefan. Easy win. Let's just speed this game up, though, boys. Let's speed this game up. All right, runner on 2nd and 3rd, nobody outs. Shea on the song pops it up. First baseman under it. Yeah, no one away. Lotte would tag up. Pak Se-jin and Pak Jun-woo warming up in the bullpen for the Lotte Gigantes. Brings up Ito Yoon, who is having himself a day. A bunt single and a run scored in his first at-bat. A single was stranded over at third base because Hanwha's manager wanted a bunt with a runner on first and nobody out. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Hanwha needs to get to 2 more runs in this inning to kind of secure themselves a win. Again, I don't have a lot of faith in Lotte's offense to score 5 runs. As the 0-1 pitch way up high. Pops him up. Second baseman out just behind the bag and makes the catch. Swinging the ball up at his eyes. Pops it up. 2 away now. And can he get out of this with just a 3-run lead? Runner on 1st and 3rd. Nobody out. A nice double by Kongbei Ko. Puts runners at 2nd and 3rd with your 5-6 hitters coming up. And then they get to 2 infield pop-ups. Kim Tae-yun steps in now. He did have a nice sacrifice bunt in his last at-bats and a single in his first, 1-for-1 on the day. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ooh, wrong button. And here we go with the 0-1 pitch. Yeah, a 5-run, Jungle, I say a 5-run lead against Lotte is. As the 0-1, he does not lay off of that. I think no, wow. Said he did not go. All right, the 1-1 pitch now. All right, it's 1-1 pitch, 94th pitch of the day for Pak Se-un. That is going to be a ground ball. Diving stop by the second baseman, gets to his feet, throws to first base in time. An absolute beautiful play by Son-ho Young over at second base to rob Hanwha of 2 runs. That is the former third baseman, and then he was playing center field earlier in the season, and now he's saving what could be the game for Lotte. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-0. Not getting more runs there is demoralizing. Fantastic feeling. Yeah, he was so worried about yeah, that he was I don't want to say lucky to be able to get that, but yeah, that could have also been an error. Again, he is not a second baseman. He was the third baseman for Lotte for the last 2 years, but their current baseman Han Dong-hee was playing in the military, was doing his military duty. So, he used to be a LG twin, but when Han Dong-hee went to do his military duty, Samsung ended up picking him up. And with that, so he doesn't really know his like how much space he has or anything. But coming up for Lotte is going to be their 8-9-1 hitters in the bottom of this fifth inning. Hernandez is sitting pretty right now as far as pitch count goes. Just 53 pitches. That's ball one, though, and it's 1-0. Son Sung Bin 1 for 1 on the day, a single back in his first at bats, but was eventually erased. And another 1-0 misses outside. It's 2-0. Hernandez again, 35 pitches on Wednesday. He's at 55 now. That is 90 for those of you that aren't in my math classes. That is a fouled away, 2-1. How much will they? How much do they want him to pitch? And the 2-1 catches the bottom of the zone. 2-2. They just said 60 pitches in my ear. We'll see if he gets to that. The 2-2 pitch. That is off the hands, but to foul away, stays alive at 2-2. He's got a big old dipper in there. Those of you that know baseball, you know that a lot of baseball players partake in the chewing tobacco kind. It is not easy to find in Korea. You have to go to Itaewon. It's quite expensive. Most Korean players don't dip. Yeah, another 2-2 pitch fouled into his foot as he goes down. All right, let's try this again. Now the 2-2 pitch once again. Pops him up. Center fielder forward, then back. 1 away. 60 pitches now for Hernandez. Jang Do-sung steps in. Popped up to the shortstop in his first at-bats. A little lazy bloop. Yeah, and that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Wonder how many Hanwha fans are going to be so excited because Hanwha won 2 games back-to-back. forgetting that they've the only teams they've been successful against this year have been the bottom of the league. Have a little bit of time here. And the 0-2 pitch slaps it foul, stays alive, and it's gonna stay 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss. Second to strike out of the day for Hernandez. 2 away now as they flip the lineup back up. Long Sung Bin 0 for 2 on the day as that one is into the dirt. Flew out to center field to start the game, and then, flew out to right field to start the game, and then a 3-6 ground out, a diving stop by Cheon Sung, who threw out to second, threw to the shortstop over at second base, but later stole a base. Fouls that away, 1-1 now. Hernandez, 67th pitch of the day. How does Hanwha use the bullpen? Yeah, this is the 1-1 as lifts that one. Left fielder Moonhyun Bin under it. And that is 3 away. With that, we'll go and take a little bit of a break. We'll be back for the top of the 6th. All right, so we're back. We've got a new pitcher out on the mound, Che Jong. Oh, that was it for Pak Seung. I was lucky to get away with just giving up those 3 runs and 94 pitches for him. Ended up with 4 strikeouts. Started strong, but questionably bad defense. And yeah, the questionable defense gave up the first run, but then excellent defense later saved him a run. So we are moving right along. Those of you guys watching on SOOP, please hit the little thumbs up button. That is called a recommendation or an up. It puts this stream out onto the main page of SOOP so other people can find it. Obviously on YouTube, please hit the little like button. We are ready. Che Jae-hoon, the number 8 hitter, leads things off. And that is in there for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, now the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 151 on the outside corner. Che Jae-hoon 0 for 2 on the day. Reached on an error in his first at bat. Just misses outside there. Reached an error in his first at bat, and then a 4-3 ground out in his second at bat. That at least did move the runner over to third base. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside. A swing and a miss. 1 away as that brings up the number 9 hitter, Shimu Jun. Here it is. Come and try and hit it. And that misses up high. 1-0. Shimu Jun 0 for 1 on the day. A 1-3 ground out in his first at bat. Walked in the 4th inning. And that misses way outside at 2-0. Hanwha Eagles. And the 2-0 way outside again. A 3-0. Oh. Kia falling apart. The 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. A get me over fastball gets over. And it's a strike. Oh, they've got Hwang Dong-ha out there. The 3-1 pitch is lifted up. That is going to drop down, and a diving attempt by the center fielder, not able to make the catch. Shimu Jun is going to slide into second or head into second with a 1-out double. He didn't take second because of the sliding or the diving attempt. It was a great diving attempt. Reyes backing him up, keeps him from getting a little bit more. He's got the glove down. If he gets it down onto the dirt, he's actually going to catch that. Oh, a runner on second now. Iwan Suk steps in. 0 for 2 on the day. All right, Iwan Suk almost hits him. And the 1-0 is low. 2-0. After striking out Che Jae-hoon, He falls behind 3-0 to Shimu Jun, and now he's behind 2-0 here to Yuan Suk. Doesn't matter if you throw 152 if you can't throw a strike. The 2-0 is going to be lifted to center field. That's going to drop down. Shimu Jun is going to. Are they going to send him? Nope, they're going to hold him up. Yuan Suk puts runners on the corners with still just 1 out for Peraza. Lotte about to fall apart with Kia. Shimu Jun looking like he borrowed my motorcycle glove over there at third base. Gonna ride a motorcycle to pull his muffins out of the oven. Motorcycle glove on one hand, he's got an oven mitt on the other. He is multi-talented, ladies and gentlemen. As they check over on the runner. Almost throws it away. Peraza 0 for 2. Struck out in his first at-bat. Struck out in his second at-bats. Then walked and scored a run in the last inning. A leadoff walk back in the 5th. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, Steven, it is safe to say that you have an easy win this week. Oh. And the 0-1 is fouled away. Now, here you go. Time to throw the pitch down into the dirt. See if he's still chasing that stuff like he did earlier. I don't know if he's got a curveball or a slider. The 0-2, he tried to get him, but he fouls it into the dirt. You're winning because you're not playing Stefan. Stefan's got 177 points. Because they keep giving all of his pitchers wins. All right, up at the zone, and he doesn't go after it. 1-2. Oh, the app is so bad. It's so bad I feel like deleting it. As they check over on the runner again. He's going to end up throwing it away. Yuan Suk checks his... All right, here we go again. And the 1-2 pitch rolls over it, and that's going to get through on the right side. 1 run is in. Yuan Suk goes first to third. Peraza is going to put this game away. Munyan Bin steps in now. I think they're going to go to a lefty here. Maybe. I mean, he brought another ball out, which means he's changing pitchers. There we go. They're going to check the new pitcher. We'll have a pitching change. I will double check my stats, make sure I got all the hits right. Yep, 410 40 042. NC's up 6-0 now. Well, LG's up 4-0. Doosan's up 4-2. Bottom of the fifth there, Doosan has put up 2, but just into that inning, they go to the top of the 6th there. Aren't wowing at all. That's why I picked them to finish 9th in the league. Let's see how I need I need NC and Doosan to start doing something. Those are 2 teams that I picked to finish in the playoffs. But let's see. Lotte and Doosan would flip if the scores hold. Moon Yun Bin will greet the new pitcher. We'll see who it is. Lefty comes in. Paksei Jin is what they just announced on the broadcast. We'll see. Yep, Paksei Jin. Yeah, I was overconfident in 정로해. 정로해줘. That's a ball one. Sorry, guys. 정로해줘. 정로해줘. There we go. I need to turn that off. I don't know how to turn that off, but it's really annoying. All right, Moon Yun Bin, 2 for 3 on the day. Solo shot, a single, and that's going to be a single through on the right side. And another RBI for Moon Yun Bin as Iwan Suk comes over to score, and Peraza goes first to third. Can we? Well, on the bright side, those of you guys that want to see the KT Kielm game, if this is just an absolute blowout, I'm not gonna finish broadcasting this game if the other game is gonna start. So there's always that. So I have UHD TV, which it's all done through like an Alexa, basically, as that is up 1-0. So it's like an Alexa, basically, and it thinks I'm trying to ask for like the weather or to change the channel or to listen to music or something like that. So I have to turn it off, but it's all voice activated, and I don't know how to turn it. I don't know how to turn the settings off because that's misses way outside at 2-0. But since I'm in Korea, it has to listen. I have to tell it in Korean. I have to give its commands in Korean. All right, the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball off the glove and into center field, off the pitcher's glove, and that is going to be an RBI single for Kangbae Ko as Hanwha goes up 6-0. Still just 1 out. There is just no luck for Lotte today. Luke, you can't put that on him. That's just bad luck. All right, another pitching change, and this is why Lotte games always take forever, ladies and gentlemen. This is why they always take forever. Yeah, well, Stefan, Kim Saw-hyun might come in before that anyway. Dinger, they're bad. There's zero question that Lotte and Kium are the two worst teams in the league. Lotte does have a small excuse, and when I mean a very, very small excuse. They are missing like 3 or 4 players that got busted gambling in Taiwan whenever they were on I think they were in Taiwan, wherever they were for like a spring, whatever they call that. They got busted for gambling, and because of that, they're suspended. A lot of them are suspended for either 30 games or 50 games. As Park Jun-woo out on the mound now. Oh, 5.40 ERA. Oh, runners on first and second, still just 1 out. Cheon Sung 0 for 3 on the day. And runs inside on his hands, 1-0. Cheon Sung, the only player that for Hanwha that has not been on base yet. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Both Cheon Sung and Che Jae-hoon, different Che, but same pronunciation. Neither one of them have hits. Everyone else in the lineup has a hit today. Yeah, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a ball 2, and it's 1-2. Sure. Pops him up to center field. And 2 away. A little freestyle for you guys. You guys don't even have to pay for that. All right, Ito Yoon steps in. Ito Yoon having a good day. A 2 for 3 on the day. A run scored. Popped up to second base in his last at-bat. The average still at 387, saying, Coach, put me in. You never should have signed the shortstop. You never should have signed the second baseman. You've had the best player on your team sitting here the whole time. As that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. No. I don't know why I decided to do a doubleheader, honestly. As the 0-1 is going to be into center field. Peraza is going to round third and come on home. Oh, sorry, Moon Hyun Bin. And Ito Yoon with an RBI, 7-0. Not Bunyan Bin, but Peraza. Kong Bei Ko, did he go to third is the question. Kong Bei Ko over at second base. Kim Tae-yun bounces it in the dirt. 1-0. Kim Tae-yun, a 1 for 2 on the day. A single, a sacrifice bunt, and a 4-3 ground out. And the 1-0 pitch misses down and away, 2-0. Oh, Stefan, you underestimate Father Time and his love for people that are old. That's Mrs. Lowe, 3-0. Right down the middle, 3-1. NC says, I see Hanwha, and they are now up 7-0 also. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Sets it up on the outside. That's going to roll over. Go to short seconds and gets the 6-4 putouts to end the inning. But Hanwha, another big inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-0. Lotte is going to have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for them as they try to at least score a run in this series. They lost 5-0 yesterday. They're down 7-0 now. Let me do some math here. Yeah, I mean, again, Lotte's not good at all. Hanwha's offense is good enough without. Lotte, give us some beer for having to watch this. Hernandez is still out there, and Nojin Hyaka looks at ball 1. Cameron with a home run for Doosan. And the 1-0 pitch pops him up. JJ Hoon takes the mask off, under it, makes the catch. On away now, brings up Hernandez. Hernandez versus Reyes. Couple Venezuelans against each other. That's is in there for a strike on the outside, 0-1. Where did he go? Dr. Felipe Guevara. Hernandez went to Pedro Camejo. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Is going to be a slap into left field, and Reyes is on base with a 1-out single. First time he has been on base today. Can Lotte do something with a runner on base is the question. They are 1 for 6 with a runner on base. They are 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. KT, just because Kim is so bad. Both pitchers aren't very good. Go Young Kyo for KT is just not very good. But Ha Young Min is also not very good for Kium. Yeah, another 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Han Dong-hee. 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in his last at bat, a 6-3 ground out in his first. But again, the big thing from him is the error that allowed Hanwha to score their first run of the day. And the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees, and he misses way up and in. 2-1. 75 pitches now for Hernandez. Ideo's number there, number 10. The 2-1 pitch that's fouled into his foot. So 2-2. I actually don't know what any of that means. I don't gamble, I don't bet, so I don't know what any of the gambling lingo. And the 2-2 pitch, ground ball, third baseman grabs it, throws to second, throws to first, and that's will be a 5-4-3 ending inning double play. We go to the 7th inning. It's 7-0. Almost time. 9 innings of shutout, so you don't. No, you got to see Kim Saw-hyun. He is just dealing. They're gonna have him just. They're gonna only have him pitch against Lotte. Yeah, I think KT wins by more than 2 runs, but yeah. 13 pitches in the first inning, 12 in the second, 12 in the third, 16 in the fourth, 14 in the fifth, and 10 in the sixth for Hernandez. The 8-9-1 hitters will be coming up for Hanwha. Again, J.J. Hoon led off last inning, and he's going to be leading off this inning as Hanwha was able to bat around in the last inning as they scored 4 and left 2 on. Lotte went through 3 pitchers last inning. Park Jun-woo is still out there. 11 pitchers for him. 11 pitches for him, not pitchers. I think I'd probably need 11 pitchers to watch this game. Yeah, now that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Talking to Hernandez, seeing if he wants to go back out there. The 0-1 pitch Popped up. Out of play, 0-2. J.J. Hoon reached on an error in his first at bat, a 4-3 ground out in his second, and then struck out to lead off last inning. 0 for 3 on the day. That is it for Hernandez. The 0-2 pitch. Up high. 1-2. There you go, Stefan. You got tickets to Saturday's game. You're going to get to see Hernandez again. Can he pitch against a team not Lotte? Not Lotte and not Kium. Yeah, it's the 1-2 pitch, way up high. 2-2. Yeah. ERA of 0, right? Because he doesn't get any outs. Yeah, another 2-2 pitch. That is slapped foul. Over to the Lotte fans. Makes the catch. Brought his glove to the game and makes the catch. I'm pretty sure Lotte is actually sending somebody out there into the stands to see if he wants to try out. There's a swing and a miss there. Strikeout to start the second straight inning for J.J. Hoon. Shimu Jun against Pak Junu. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, Go Young Pyo is not pitching well either. As that is in the dirt. He's another one of those, again, almost all of the guys that played on the national team this year, especially the pitchers, are all off to awful, awful starts. The 1-1 pitch to Shimu Jun, double in his last at-bats. That is into the dirt, though, and it's 2-1. 1 for 2 on the day. 1-3 ground out in his first at-bat. Walked in his second at-bats. Yeah, and his most recent single or double. Yeah, another 2-1 pitch. Thank you. I'm going to say Bulber. Bay. I don't think my tongue can pronounce that word. And here we go, the 2-2 pitch. That is ripped, but it's foul into the netting above the bullpen. Stays 2-2. Bay. I'm going to go with that. Bay. All right, 2-2 pitch. That is ground ball. Third baseman's going to have to hustle. He grabs it, scoops it, throws. Not in time. Shimu Jun, too much speed for that slow roller up the line. And that brings up the top of the lineup once again. Just too much speed. They're playing way back with 2 strikes. Again, this is scouting here, playing way back with 2 strikes on a guy that's super fast. Iwan Suk looks at strike 1 in there. 1 for 3 on the day. Walk and a caught stealing back in the first inning, and then a strikeout in the third, a flyout in the fourth, and a single and a run scored just last inning. As the 0-1 pitch misses low, 1-1. A 1-1 pitch. That is a fouled away. 1-2. Doosan up 5-2. NC's up 7-1. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he goes down to get it. And what was that camera work? Why would you flip to the runner whenever you're watching the ball? Who is in charge of the cameras? What was that crap? We want to watch where the ball hits. We don't want to watch the guy that just hit the ball. Awful, awful camera work. The 1-2 pitch. That is going to be lifted into right field. He'll make the catch. 2 away. Brings up a Peraza. Peraza, 1 for 3 on the day. A couple strikeouts, a walk, a RBI single, a couple runs scored. Filling up the old stat sheet for Stefan. Making sure that I don't have the greatest comeback of all time. And that catches the inside corner, 0-1. Yeah, you do. The 0-1 is in the dirt, though. And a 1-1. Yeah, back-to-back home runs is what you're saying, Stefan? The 1-1 pitch misses inside, a 2-1. The 2-1 pitch misses inside. And the 3-1 pitch pops it up. Third baseman over by the wall, but it will get into the camera well. And it runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day for Peraza. I have to imagine that he is done after this at-bats. They will, if he does get on base, I have a feeling that they're going to pinch run for him. They're going to start to empty the bench. Don't want to get him injured. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it into his foot. Just as I say that, he fouls it right into his foot. He will walk it off. Hanwha cannot afford to lose Peraza or Moon Bin. Come on, you can't. What is this? You guys can't get the guy an updated windbreaker? You guys still got the last year's slogan on that. Well, Josephina. It's what I do. I call the game. I predict the future. Unfortunately, I predict Lotte to win this game, but Hernandez has the game of his life, and Pak Seung pitches like he normally does. All right, here we go. 3-2 pitch. Misses outside. Ball 4. You better get somebody in there to run for him. Brings up Moon Bin. Like I said, you take him out. Olan Suk or OJ Wan takes over on the bases for him. Moon Bin birthday is tomorrow. He's a 420 boy. As that pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Moon Yun Bin, a 3 for 4 on the day. Struck out looking in his first. A solo shot, a single, an RBI single, and a run scored. And the 0-1 misses up high, 1-1. He's another one that you take out immediately if he gets on base, or if he doesn't get on base, that's the end of this inning. And you sub in, I guess, Chey Ho. I don't know who else is left on this Hanwha roster, as that one is fouled away, 1-2. Who else is left? Yep, Chey Ho. You put Chey Ho in left. I don't know who goes to center. Ewan Suk or OJ Wan. I'm not sure which one. But Chey Ho into left. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Way outside at 2-2. Already got the hand fans out, ladies and gentlemen. The baby is crying. He wants to see Moon Hyun Bin with another at-bat, and Daddy's taking him away. Yeah, this is the 2-2 pitch. Fouls that off. Checks his bat to make sure it's still all in one piece. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch, 2 out to 2 on. Misses way outside, runs the count full, 3-2. Second straight at bat with a full count. Walked Peraza in the last one. Moon Hyun Bin is second full count today. Struck out looking in the first one. Yeah, here we go. The runners will be on the move. And he pops it up. The left fielder giving chase. That might be trouble. Shortstop doesn't get it. It drops down. Shimu Jun is going to come in, and that is going to be a 2 RBI double for the big boy. The big birthday boy is Hanwha goes up 9-0 on the Texas Big League double because the boy runs out of the box. No, the crying kid is going to hate his dad for the rest of his life because he didn't let him see Moon Hyun Bin get that pop up. Keep Moon Hyun Bin in and let him get a triple. They're not going to let him go for the cycle. Chey Ho takes over. Hong-bae Ko looks at the ball one way outside. Hong-bae Ko also having a nice day, not to be overshadowed by Moon Hyun Bin. 2 singles, a double, 2 RBIs, and that is a fly out to left field. As we will go to the bottom of the 7th. It's just Lotte's bad. Like, really bad. Like, there's nothing else to say besides they're just really bad. Yes and no, Luke. So, they still use it, but legally they don't use it, if that makes sense. I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they changed it to where they just have the regular age, just like every other country in the world does. They call it international age, but it's regular age. But they still use it in how they separate kids. So, like, if you're born on January 1st, year 1, If you're born on January or December 31st, you're 1. And then the next year on January 1st, if you're born on January 1st, you're 2. If you're born on December 31st, you're 2. So if you're born on December 31st, you can be 2 years old on your second day. You could literally be alive for 24 hours and 1 minute and be 2 years old in Korea. No, it doesn't make any sense. None at all. I believe they actually have 16 hits to go. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and then they get put into these groups. Kim Jong-soo out there on the mound. Didn't he pitch yesterday? All right, it's Kim Jong-soo out there on the mound. We'll have the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Yeah, bring him back out. Might as well, right? This is where you should have Kim So-hyun come out. A 9-run game. You know, a game that is pretty much over. That is in there for a strike on the inside corner. Oh, God. No. Hopefully they put up who's in what position, as that one is fouled away. 0-2. Very, very popular. I think there's more people that watch baseball than soccer, but I think there's more people that play soccer as a swing and a miss. What is that? A 3-pitch strikeout? A 3-pitch strikeout, ladies and gentlemen. 1 away now. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And what was that? Okay, thanks for not letting us see what the pitch was. All right, to Kim So-hyun, or Kim Ho-young, sorry. No, yeah. So, sorry, wait, what am I saying? Son Ho-young. 1 for 1, a double and a walk, 1-1 now. There was a pinch hitter there. And he pops it up. And that is 2 away. Looks like Iwan Suk stays in there. That's a center. So it's really confusing, Luke. I'm going to explain why it's confusing, and I don't know if anybody's... So, New Year's, regular New Year's, you know, you have your New Year's celebration thing, and that's when everybody turns the next year old. But if you're older and you follow the lunar calendar instead of the solar calendar, you have a different birthday every year because you're following the lunar calendar. And then oftentimes they don't celebrate their birthday on New Year's. What they do is they end up just celebrating their birthday on their birthday. As that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws across. It's a 3 away. 1, 2, 3. And we will go to the 8th inning. Yeah, 100%. You might not have noticed, but if you're... Oh, thank you, 930C. Thank you. Yeah, so what you do is like, he is 100% the most popular, the most well-known, absolutely ridiculous. If you're watching the actual game, you'll see at the bottom, usually in black and gold, And that is advertising because they just show his games and they show highlight reels of him. And he's Faker. Faker is the most popular streamer. He is officially partnered with SOOP. Those of you that are on the SOOP. But yeah. All right. So we're gonna have the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up here in the top of the inning. Cheon Sung, Ito Yoon, and Kim Tae Yeon. I'll try to get I know there's more. I know there's definitely more substitutions that aren't showing up yet. As we be back. We do have a new pitcher for Lotte, Kim Kang Hyun. I gotta untuck my hair. So those of you guys watching on SOOP, please make sure you hit the little thumbs up. That allows you to recommend my channel, sends it out. It's very, very important on SOOP. Also, you can hit the little star next to my channel name. That's how you follow me. It's called a loyal viewer. Also very important. It's like subscribing on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, obviously you can always hit the thumbs up button, like the stream, as that one almost takes off of Cheon Sung's head as he goes down to the ground, and it's a 1-0. And of course, you can subscribe, or you can be like Stefan and Jim and Arpo and 930 there, and become a member. It is very expensive, but it's, I believe, 99 cents a month to kind of support me. The more subscriber or the more members I get, the more stuff I can do, like emoticons and all of that stuff. As the 2-0 pitch now, not a 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside, misses outside, a 3-0. Comes in, throws 3 balls. So Shin Yoon Hoo is in left. Isa June is at shorts. And the 3-0 pitch is ball 4. I can't change them on the actual lineup stuff that you guys see if you're in YouTube. I can't change them there yet because I don't know where they're at in the lineup. Cheon Sung on base for the first time today. He is now, everybody in the Hanwha starting lineup has been on base. Cheon Sung gets on base courtesy of the walk. Earlier, Che Jae-hoon was on base because of an error. Ito Yoon in there and looks at just strike 1. So he finally threw a strike, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cheer for him. Ito Yoon having himself a day, 3 for 4. RBI single, a bunt single, the run scored, a other single. That is fouled away, and it's 0-2. And way up high, 1-2. I'm gonna try to get some of this stuff ready for the second game. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman grabs it, steps on the bag, throws to first. Got him, he said, not in time. Oh, he is. Chan Sung is definitely out. I believe he beat the throw to first base, though. Yeah. Oh, that'll be a Ito Yoon will be on base. 1 out. Not even close. All right, Ito Yoon over at first base now. And Kim Tae-yeon will step in. Kim Tae-yeon 1 for 3 on the day, a couple ground outs and a single. And I'm going to try to attempt to get these other lineups set up for the doubleheader. So please excuse me a little bit as Kim Tae-yeon looks at strike 1 in there, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 is a grounded foul. 0-2. Yeah, I'm gonna give the attempt. The 0-2 misses outside. 1-2. It is not easy. I have set up a thing that should make it a little easier in a game like this. I'm not too worried about streaming the end of it. And an ugly looking swing and a miss there from Kim Tae-yeon. That's 2 away. Brings up a Che Jae-hoon. I don't know why they have a 5 o'clock Sunday game, honestly. And that's a pop-up to the second baseman in Hanwha, the pinch hitter there. That ends the top of the 8th inning. Sorry, I have the wrong number there. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's all Hanwha. It's 100% Hanwha. Zero Lotte today. Yeah, it's a very, very strange. I have no idea why. All right, so again, I gotta try to get these lineups in. I hate not having the Rube, the app. No, I'm just an idiot, and I muted it. Yeah, 9:30. You do not need to subscribe, or you do not need to be a membership. But thank you, as the 1-0 is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 1-1. You should be able to hear it now, Luke. I accidentally had it muted whenever I was coughing, and I never turned it back on. But yeah, 9:30. You don't need to, as that's going to be a single in the middle of the field. Can the Lotte score a run? Can they score a run? But yeah, so a couple things. Yeah, so 9:30. If you live in the US, if you look down in the description, you can actually go to SOOPlive.com. I have my yeah, thank you. But yeah. But if you want to watch the game with us, I actually can show you the game on SOOPlive.com because they have the international broadcast rights. As that one misses up high, 1-0 to Wong Sung Bin. Yeah. There we go. The 1-0 pitch. That misses low, 2-0. So yeah, SOOPLIVE.com. So yeah, 9:30. If you look in the description of the YouTube video, there's a link. That link sends you to my Soup channel. Soup is like a Korean Twitch. And they have the international broadcast right, so I can actually show the game, as that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. That's 2-1 now. All right, perfect. 2-1 pitch is going to be lifted into the gap. That's going to drop down. And OJ Wan trips a little bit, but they've got back-to-back singles. Runners on first and second now. Brings up the number 2 hitter. No Jin Hyuk. Back to trying to get all this figured out here. Kim Dong-hun. And that's going to be a ground ball and an Olay E4. And there goes the shutouts. And he goes first to third. Thank you, number 16. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can watch. So the way it works is a Soup. I have live games. I can show it because they have the international broadcast rights. You can actually watch all the games on Soup without any problems. If you use my YouTube audio and the Soup video with not my Soup video, the actual program's video, you can it times up almost perfectly. Or you can just watch the game with me and my audio. It's the same chat. Everything is the exact same. As again, now you've got a runners on the corners. Let me get all this fixed and situated. No Jin Hyuk comes up with the RBI single. Runners on first and third. Sorry, not the RBI single. The IRBI E6, and that's going to be a toss to the shortstop. Throws to first in time, and the 4-6-3 putouts ends the inning. But Lotte gets on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Gets on the board. We go to the 9th inning. It's Hanwha. A lot of Hanwha. Yeah, perfect. All right, so now again, I'm trying to get these lineups for the second game set up. Hopefully I can Kim Ji-seok. And who's batting ninth? And try to get all this set up. 19 minutes before the next game starts. Save that. I don't really know the KBO players very well. So I don't know their actual Korean names when it's written in English. Like the KT, I've streamed enough and I know their players well enough that I can see the English name and know how they spell their name in Korean. It's the teams that I don't stream that often. All right. Oh, he's so amazing, isn't he? I do Leichen, as that is a ball one. Kim Kang-hyun is still out there, and let me again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get everything going at once. Is right? He took over for Shimu Jun in the lineup. I don't. Yeah, she did. I heard her, Kiwi. Stefan, did you hear? Or Luke or Dinger or Leichen or 930? Did anybody else hear? Yeah, another 2-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball, but it's foul. Stefan, get your keyboard out of Korean. Put it back into English. Oh, let me restart the audio. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me, as that's going to be a bloop, but it's a left fielder under it and one away. Well, so Dinger, some of them work. Like the memberships don't work. The memberships don't have an audio. That's why. As that's going to be a ground ball, and Ole by the third baseman, and that's is going to put him on first base for the third time today. I don't know if that's going to be a single or what. Yeah, he should have definitely had that, but who knows? On suck now. And I'm just trying to do too much stuff right now, unfortunately. All right, OJ Wan at 208 on the season. It took over on the base pass for Peraza. Looks at ball one on the inside, and it's a 1-0. 15 minutes to go before the next game. Can I get it done? That is low. Ball two. And that is lifted up, center fielder under it. And that's 2 away. Brings up a Che and Ho getting his first. Oh, I have Che and Ho music, ladies and gentlemen. I have Che and Ho music. I haven't adjusted the volume on it, so I couldn't talk over it. But yeah, as the 1-1 is a grounded foul, 1-2. Oh, I've been working nonstop lately on trying to get all of this stuff set up to add the music like that for each of the players. We'll get it all set up eventually. All right, that is fouled away. Antaceno. Whoa. Antaceno. Antaceno. And a Chano lifts that to left field. That will be out. Number 3, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Lotte needs 8 runs before they're done. Antaceno. 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 Oh, nobody. You want this is where he should come in. Again, he needs to come in a time that he doesn't need to worry. But knowing the manager, he'll probably bring Cushing out. Oh, what did I do there? What did I do? All right, so double check my numbers here. I did give him an error on that. All right, see if I can get the rest of my stuff all ready. They definitely, Luke. 100%, no questions asked at all. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Saw-hyun out on the mound. Kim Saw-hyun, ERA of 9, 1 loss, 1 save, 7 innings, 7 games, 6 innings. He is not had a good season. He'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters. And the first pitch is lifted up to left field. 1 away, 1 pitch, 1 out, just the way you drew it up if you are Kim Saw-hyun. And that misses low. 1-0. Hernandez in line for the easy win. That's just because you're used to those being homers. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch lifted up. Shortstop out into the grass. And that's 2 away. Brings up the number 5 hitter, Son-ho Young. Three pitches, 2 outs. And that catches the outside, and it's 0-1. Son-ho Young 1 for 2 on the day, a double in his first at bat, walk in his second, and then a fly out to center in his other bat. All righty, here goes the 0-1, a swing and a miss, 0-2. We have got plenty of time, ladies and gentlemen. Just don't extend this game anymore. Got 7 minutes before the next game starts. Exactly, Luke. That's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, throws across the diamond, and that's will be 3 away. All right, so that's it for the game. Again, I would do a recap of everything. Hanwha just dominated. Bad base running, a bad defense from Lotte, bad managing. Not the greatest managing from Hanwha themselves, but the Hanwha is just way better than Lotte is. Hanwha, an easy win here. I will be back. Those of you, again, I will be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. I need to close this stream and then I'll open up the next one. So whether or not you're on SOOP, please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the little star so that you can follow me. If you are on YouTube, obviously hit the thumbs up, the like button, and make sure you subscribe. I will be back in just a couple minutes to bring you the Kium and KT game. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in about 2 minutes.